Oh, Jenny, you look so beautiful. That dress suits you so well. I am so happy for you. You really think so? Thank you. She's right. You're the most beautiful bride ever. You look like an angel, seriously. Everyone keeps saying how nice I look. I guess my makeup artist was worth the money. She got me cleaned up nicely. Oh, come on now. You would never have looked this stunning if you weren't pretty even under your makeup. It's so impressive. I can't believe you managed to marry the director of the company only 2 years after you started. You'll have to tell me your secret so I can find myself a husband too. Did you start dating on your very first day at the company? Don't be silly. You know I didn't plan this all out. We've only been dating for a year anyway. My mother-in-law said she hoped we would get married quickly, so she was supportive of us choosing to tie the knot. I guess it's thanks to her that we're all here today. I saw the groom outside earlier in his suit and everything. He looks so handsome. He's tall, too. I feel like I didn't notice it before. We never thought you'd be the first one out of us to get married. You surprised us all. And now look at you. You found your Cinderella fairy tale and you're going to marry your Prince Charming. I don't know what to do with myself. I am so nervous. I feel sick. My hands are shaking like crazy. I can't even hold my bouquet steady. My life has been such a dream lately. I guess I'm just worried that something might go wrong today and it could all come crashing down around me. Oh, bless you. There's no need to be nervous. You'll be just fine. You've survived some tough times before you joined the company and things started to look up for you. You can get through the nerves of today, too. Besides, this isn't a dream, so there's no need to worry about it becoming a nightmare. Don't stress. I'm sure your groom is feeling just as anxious. Be brave for him. She's right. You've always been a kind person and a hard worker. This is your good karma. You've earned this. Don't doubt yourself and just enjoy your special day. After today, you'll never have to worry about anything ever again. You and your husband will be a great team. Don't go crying at your own wedding. Thanks, guys. I love you both. Let's do this. Time to get married. Just don't forget us when you're off traveling the world and living it up with your new husband. Your besties are just as important, remember? I would never. You know how important you guys are to me. I'm not that kind of girl that would ditch her friends for a man.
Ma'am, are you ready? We're all set up and waiting, so whenever you're ready, I'll get started with the photos of you all.
Oh, I almost forgot about photos. I was so nervous it must have slipped my mind. Sit down, girls, quick. We were standing around chatting for too long. It's okay if I sit here, right? I'm not sat on your dress. Okay, great. Let's go. Picture time!
Ma'am on the left, would you just move a little bit closer to the beautiful bride, please? Okay, perfect. You all look lovely, okay? Stay right there. And smile. 1, 2, 3, cheese. Lovely.
Finally, this is the end of my miserable, lonely years. It'll be nothing but happy days and love from now on. I can't wait for the rest of my life to start. I can't believe I really have everything I've ever dreamed of. I feel so lucky. I'm like a real-life princess. If this is a dream, I hope I never wake up. I could stay in this moment forever. This is the best day of my life. I never wanted to end.
Man, I am absolutely beat. I don't think I've ever been this exhausted.
Here, have something to drink. I got you a glass of water. Drink up, honey.
The company has been talking about promoting me for 2 years now, and still no sign of it ever happening. I'm gonna go crazy, I swear. I just feel so burnt out at this point. I don't think I can hold on until they finally decide to give it to me. I've been working towards this promotion for so long, and now I feel like just giving up. I don't think I see it ever happening at this rate.
Babe, I know you've been thinking about moving to a different company. I've been waiting for you to talk to me about it, but seeing you like this makes me wish you would leave and find a better job.
I guess finding a new job could help, but I think I just need some time out, to be honest. I just want a full rest and take a long break. You know, my mom is living alone, and I think about her a lot too. I have to help her with her bills since she's retired and can't work anymore. She's getting old and I worry about her a lot.
I can help with those bills while you're taking a break. She's my mom now too.
Jenny, I know your salary isn't enough to cover that. It's very kind of you, but it's not something you're able to do, and that's okay.
Yeah, I know. I think I used up all the good luck in my life when I joined the company and met you. It's all been worth it for our marriage. To be honest, I don't expect to get anything else from working at the business. Like I said, I got you, and that's all I could have asked for, really. I've been thinking about taking over my mom's restaurant lately, since we're talking about jobs and stuff. If I did, I could help you with paying your mom's bills, and you would be able to rest for a while and recharge. Give yourself time to get over the burnout. You need to give yourself some time off so you can get over this burnout.
Honey, I'm not sure that's a great idea. Remember when you used to work there and ended up quitting because you hated it so much? I don't want you to put yourself through that again for me.
That's true. I had kind of forgotten, honestly. I do think I would like it now, though. I've grown up and gotten older, and I think it would be better to work in my own shop instead of working for some huge company. Besides, it wouldn't be like the old days when my mom was yelling at me and making me do all the bad jobs. I could be my own boss. She said she would give the shop to me for free, too, if I decided I want to take it over.
I guess I'm just worried that something could happen. That's all. What if you resign from your job and then the restaurant burns down, or suddenly there are no more customers? Money could become a real problem. She doesn't have a huge number of regular customers right now either.
Remember, though, I'll get severance pay when I leave our company. If I add that money and all my savings, I probably have about $30,000. That's not bad at all. I'll leave that all up to you, but there would be enough to help cover your mom's living expenses for sure. I trust you to manage our money so you can use my savings to pay our bills or whatever while you take some time out from work.
Do you really think it would be okay? You trust me that much?
Will it hurt his self-esteem to have me just give him the money like this? What if it makes him feel like a failure or something?
I don't know if I'm comfortable with that, honey. It doesn't feel very fair. I know I'm your husband and we're a team, but I feel like I'm putting too much pressure on you to cover everything.
If you're anxious about something going wrong and things not working out, we could always put an official agreement together. That way, if the worst came to the worst and we got divorced, you would agree to pay it all back to me.
Huh?
We're obviously not going to split up, babe, so it really doesn't matter. Would that make you feel more comfortable at least?
Oh, Jenny, thank you so much. I love you, and I'm so grateful to you for trusting me and having faith. I promise I will get another job after some time off and pay it all back to you.
As long as we work hard, I'm sure we'll have no problems and things will work out. I trust you, babe. I know you, and I believe in you. Don't worry too much and stress yourself out. Just try to rest and recharge for now. We can overcome any problems that might come up later.
I can't believe I was so lucky as to meet someone like you. You are the greatest honor and best luck of my life. Besides my mom, I've never had someone who cares about me and trusts me as much as you do before. It is such a good feeling to have someone believing in you and truly wanting the best for you.
I feel the exact same, babe. That's why I want to do this for you. I love you, always and forever.
I love you too, sweetheart, until the day I die.
Hey, Mom, I'm all done with closing the restaurant up. Do you need me to do anything else? No, that should be everything, I think. I finished all the washing up, so let's just call it a day and head home now. Thanks for your help. Man, today was crazy busy. I'm totally exhausted. You've been back here running the place with me for 3 years now, and you're still not used to it? How am I supposed to hand the shop over to you if you're exhausted after one shift? That doesn't exactly make me feel confident. Oh, I'm still talking about this. Oh, come on, Mom. Can you really not let go of the place even now I've worked here so long? Can't you trust me? You can see that I'm doing a good job and I care about the restaurant doing well. I don't know what more you want from me. I won't give you the keys until I'm 100% confident that you can run it successfully on your own. That's why I haven't given it to you yet. Okay, Mom. I'll just wait then. Anyways, let's head home now. It's getting late. How's Freddie doing? Is he well? Still at home? Huh? Why are you suddenly asking about my husband? Has he said something to you? He hasn't come by the restaurant to see us in about 2 years. I just miss him. I want to know how he's doing, but I can't ask if I never see him. He keeps telling me he's too busy to visit, so I end up only seeing him at the holidays. It's natural to be curious about a family member when you don't get to see them often. He's always been busy, you know that. He just doesn't have any spare time. As much as he exaggerates, though, I think we end up getting off work at about the same time. The closing shift is always a late one. But he's doing well. He's healthy. Your mother-in-law, too? How's she doing? I don't know why you're suddenly so curious about them, Mom. It's so out of the blue. Of course, they're all well and healthy. Let's just get everything locked up and get out of here. Come on. You're right. I need to head home and get some rest. See you tomorrow to do it all over again. Wait, we're working again tomorrow? Of course we are. Our customers will be waiting. You know that. You need to be here every day to prove yourself to me before I hand over my business. You should be here every day until that happens. Oh, man, I'm gonna die. Seriously? Okay, fine. See you tomorrow, Mom. Sleep well. Hey, honey, I'm home. Are you around?
Oh, yeah, hi.
Did you eat already? Should I make something?
Sure.
Babe, I made a bunch of little snacks and side dishes earlier. How come there's stuff for instant ramen on the side? You just boiled some noodles again? This really isn't healthy, honey. You've got to have some nutrition in there somewhere.
I just didn't really fancy anything. I couldn't be bothered to cook, so I just did something quick.
Did you ask that company about jobs today? I heard from a friend that a role has opened up that you would be perfect for. You should definitely apply.
God, please stop. As soon as you walk in the door, just nagging and nagging me. Can't you just leave it for 1 second? You're my wife, not my mother. I said just trust me. I know how to find a job.
Honey, please. That's not what I meant. You know that. I was just thinking about you and worrying that you were feeling stuck or something, that's all. I didn't mean to nag you.
Just leave me alone and trust me to find a new job on my own. I'm an adult man, for God's sake. I can do this by myself without you chasing me every day. You're even complaining about what I'm eating. Have you been speaking to my mom? Because you're starting to sound like her.
Okay, I can see that I've upset you. I'm sorry, sweetie. I didn't mean anything by it.
Fine, let's just leave it. Go and get washed up. I'm sure you feel gross and dirty from work. Man, you actually stink of grease and oil. What is that smell? Is that from work, or did you swing by the gas station on your way home?
It's from work. We've been selling a lot of fried chicken lately. There's really nothing I can do to avoid the smell. Sorry, babe. I'll chuck everything in the laundry right away.
Seriously, that place doesn't bring in any money, and your mom is showing no sign of giving the business to you. What's the point of working there anymore? We haven't even been married for 5 years, and already it's like my wife is an old woman. You toil away in that place and come home smelly and greasy. I can't stand it. Why don't you just call it quits and find a better job? You could get something way nicer than that dump.
I mean, it's hard to avoid the smell and stuff since I'm working in the kitchen. If I'm cooking oily foods, I'm going to get a bit oily too. I couldn't go in with a full face of makeup and my nails done either. I'd sweat the makeup right off, and painted nails wouldn't last when I'm washing up all day.
I remember I specifically told you when we got married that I don't like women that don't take care of their appearance. And lately, you look like an old woman. That's not very attractive.
I get that, but if we want to pay our bills, we have to earn the money somehow. I don't really have the freedom to be picky about my job right now. Plus, I literally just finished working. Things are tight as it is trying to pay for everything with my salary alone. You know I don't get paid much since it's only a small place.
Oh, okay, so this is all my fault? Because I quit my job so I could finally have some time off to get rested? Do you think I wanted to be stressing all day about money like this when I quit my job?
No, honey, please just listen to me. I know you're working hard to find a new, better job, and I don't resent you for quitting your old one. And I know that while I'm at work, you spend your days submitting applications and updating your CV and going to job interviews. You're doing your best, and I know that.
Okay, good. I don't want you to think I'm just being lazy and lying around on the sofa all day. Actually, since we're talking about it, I have another job interview coming up, and I think I'm gonna need to go out and buy some new clothes. Can you lend me some money?
Can't you buy them with the money I've already given you for your expenses?
It's a huge company. I can't go in the same old cheap suit I've been wearing for the others. First impressions are half the battle when it comes to finding a new job.
Okay, sure thing. You're right, it's important to look your best when you're up for a new job. I'll send you a few $100 so you can go out and buy yourself a nicer suit. I hope it helps you get the job.
Me too. I'm feeling confident already. I really think this could be my last job interview. I feel like I'm gonna get it.
One thing though, babe.
Oh, what is it now?
It's just that it's been 3 years now since you had a job. Have you ever thought of trying to find something part-time just to help with the bills and stuff? You'd still be able to look for an office job when you weren't working.
Part-time job? Me? Are you crazy?
No, I just think that I feel like it would be good for you to have some kind of purpose. Even if it was just a few shifts a week, it would be good for your mental health. I didn't mean to stress you out, really. I promise. I didn't mean anything by it.
I moved to the city, got a successful job in a big company, worked there tirelessly for years. How could you say that to me knowing how hard I worked? Do you want me to just go to the unemployment office and turn myself in, like some kind of loser or a piece of trash? Or would you rather I found some kind of serving job with all my experience as a company director?
No, sweetie, please listen to me. You're misunderstanding what I said. I only mentioned it because you seemed stressed, and I wondered if finding some work might help with that. You end up spending so much time at home. I feel like a part-time job would help you get out and about and get some fresh air.
You have no idea what the hiring process is like at my level. You got your job straight out of high school. It's a completely different ballgame when you work at one of the big companies. They all have fixed periods for hiring, so there's no point even trying if it's the wrong time of year. And in the meantime, I have to spend all of my time preparing for any interviews. They could ask absolutely anything, so I have to be prepared for everything. Do you think it's as easy as turning up to the interview and just acting friendly? It's not that easy.
Every day when I go to work in the morning, you're still asleep in bed. Then when I get home from work late in the evening, it seems like you've just been playing games all day. I only ask because I don't know what you do while I'm out, and I thought you might have time to find a part-time job alongside the job search.
Do you want to follow me around all day while I write cover letters and send my CV off to hundreds of companies? Would it make you feel better if you could actually see how hard I'm working? I'm not just lazing around while you're out of the house all day, you know? Does it seriously bother you that I play some games in the evening in my very limited free time after I've spent hours working anyway?
No, babe, please listen to me.
Just stop. I am so tired of this conversation, so just don't say anything else. You really do stink. Go and get in the shower and wash away that greasy smell before it fills the place.
Okay, I understand. I'm sorry.
Whatever, let's just leave it and call it a day. My mom called, by the way, and she invited us to go and visit her sometime this week. Make sure you schedule some time at the weekend to come with me.
Sure thing, babe. Wow, today has been so amazing. I have had such a great day.
Oh, really? I'm glad.
Is that a new suit you're wearing too? It suits you so well. You look really handsome in that color.
I mean, this is kind of a normal outfit for me, if I'm honest.
I should have expected that from the director of such a huge business. You're just a cut above the rest. I guess that's what made you so successful. You're tall, handsome, and you present yourself well. Who wouldn't be impressed? I genuinely can't believe you haven't been snatched up. How does a guy like you not have a girlfriend? You must have women throwing themselves at you all the time.
Since I've never really dated before, I guess I just don't know how it's done. Maybe that puts women off. I noticed it the first time that you and I met, actually. I feel like the reason I've never met someone I was interested in before now was also that we could meet. It seems like it must just be fate, honestly.
Aw, you're such a charmer.
Do you mind if I say something? Being with you makes me feel like I could do anything. If you ever wanted or needed something, I would do everything to make it happen.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being too much. Ugh, God, I am so embarrassed. I must be going all red.
I've never met such a cute girl like you before.
Hey, should I buy the food today?
Huh? No, don't be silly. It's on me.
I only asked because there was something specific I've been wanting to try.
What is it?
I keep seeing this new Italian restaurant all over social media. It's meant to be so authentic and delicious. It's a bit embarrassing to go on my own though, so I thought we could go today.
I see.
I know you mentioned you don't really like Italian food, but I think you should give it a try. It really looks so delicious.
I'm sorry, I just don't fancy it. I really hate pasta. I always find the sauce smells so strong and splashes everywhere.
Oh, really? No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have suggested something if I knew you didn't like that. That was thoughtless.
No, don't worry about it. I know it's a weird thing to dislike. I'm sorry we couldn't try it together.
No, don't apologize. Then, shall we go to that restaurant you mentioned you'd like before?
Sure, and stop offering to pay. It is on me, you know that. I earn a lot more than you. The least I could do is take you out for a nice meal. To be honest, it hurts my pride a bit when people offer to pay for things. It makes me think I couldn't afford it.
I'm sorry. I won't offer again.
No need to keep talking about it. I wasn't trying to control you or anything. But you can expect me to want to provide for you and buy you nice things. Just remember that.
Man, you're really just a dream.
Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, come on, let's go and eat.
Sounds good. This sauce has a really strong flavor, but I think it'll go well with the meatballs since they're full of flavor too. I think if you let it simmer a bit longer, it will really bring out the flavor of the capers. You're learning. It's great to see you discovering more about cooking. I remember when you first started and you couldn't tell a Caesar salad from a Greek salad with feta. I feel like I can't just enjoy food when I'm eating anymore, though. Every time you give me a bite of something new, it feels like you're testing me, Mom. I'm going to lose my passion. Seriously. If you want to run your own restaurant, this is just what to expect. Everything becomes related to your business. Knowing what your competitors are doing is how you learn and develop your own new ideas for recipes. Then why did you make it seem like you wanted to give me the restaurant, if you think I'm still not ready? Why are you suddenly curious about that? I wanted you to start trying to become ready for it, that's why. But how am I supposed to become ready if you just tell me to serve the customers and never let me in the kitchen? Don't you see why that's frustrating? It just feels like you're trying to tease me and being mean. I didn't want to give the restaurant to you, that's why I've been so hard on you. I wanted you to hate working here and go find some company to work for where you could have a real career and be successful. What? Why have you changed your mind? You never told me this. I never knew what you wanted, and I was worried you would think I was forcing you into taking over from me. And now you've been working here for 3 years, and I can see that the sparkle in your eyes is brighter than when you started. It made you look so determined and passionate, like you felt you could do anything. So now I feel confident that I can leave the restaurant to you, and you will fight to keep it going. Okay, well, now I'm not sure. It was really tough raising you on my own, but I can see you've got the same spark and drive as me. I know you'll do well. Oh, I see. But I also know there's something you haven't told me since you started working here with me. I know you want to support your family, and that's where your spark came from. I think I might have an idea of what's going on if you wanted to talk about it. Mom, listen to me. You don't have to tell me what's going on right now. You should wait until you feel ready. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I do know that sometimes figuring things out on your own is a part of life and an important experience. I trust you. I'm sorry, Mom. You have nothing to be sorry for. Don't you start apologizing. Come on, if you've finished your food, let's head back. Sure. Jenny, Freddie is at home right now, right? Huh? Oh, yes, of course. Why do you ask? That guy over the other side of the road, did you see him? He looks so much like Freddie. That is Freddie. What's he doing? Wait, what? Doesn't that girl with him have her arm through his? My God, he's lost his mind. What is he doing? Oh, I'm going to march right over there and slap the soul out of him. Mom, wait. We have to be smart. Come over this way where they can't see us. Are you crazy? How can you watch your husband on a date with another woman and not want to give him a piece of your mind? Not now, please. Just stay out of there. Wait for now, Mom. I'm begging you. Jenny! I'll explain everything, I promise. Just, please, I just don't want to have to talk to either of them right now. You have to tell me absolutely everything that's going on, without trying to hide anything. Okay, fine, just come over this way, please, Mom. I seriously can't believe this. What are you doing? Shh, I'm filming them. Be quiet. I just can't believe this. Oh, you're home?
God, you scared me. What are you doing home early? I thought you wouldn't be back until later.
I was tired. I spent all day helping Mom in the restaurant, so...
There really aren't that many customers. I'm sure she could manage on her own.
Did you realize it's been 2 years since you came by the restaurant? My mom always keeps an eye out for you, hoping you might come in.
I mean, I don't really have any special reason to go.
What?
Every time I've been, the menu is the same. There's only so many times I can eat the same thing before it gets boring.
Even so, she's your mother-in-law. She'd like to see you occasionally and hear your news.
Fine. I'm not making any promises, though.
Whatever, just come by sometime. By the way, did you go downtown after your interview this morning?
Wait, what? No, I don't think I've ever been downtown. It's really not a nice area.
Huh, weird. A friend told me they saw someone that looked exactly like you around there this afternoon. To be fair, they said he was with some other woman, so I guess it was just someone that looked similar to you.
Really? Yeah, I didn't go that way today. It wasn't me.
Hey babe, where did we leave those official papers?
Huh? Oh, why are you looking for our documents?
Nothing important, just wanted to check where everything was and make sure it's filed properly.
I think they're all in the second drawer of the dresser in the guest bedroom.
Great, thanks. But babe?
Yeah?
Do you have anything to say to me?
Not really. Why do you ask?
Okay, fine. I'm going to bed. I'll see you later.
Sleep well. There's no way her friend really saw me today, right? No, of course not. If someone had told her what I was doing, Jenny's reaction would have been way more intense. Still, I should be more careful from now on. I don't want to risk getting caught again.
Oh, there you are, Freddie. I haven't seen you in so long. It's great to have you back.
I'm really sorry, Mom. I've just been so busy lately. I don't have any free time to come and visit.
Hi, Sarah. Come on in, Jenny. Are you both well? How are things?
We're great, Mom. You don't need to worry about us. I'm an adult now, and I can take care of myself.
Come through here and let's fix you a plate. I made all your favorites since you haven't been able to come and have them in so long.
Mom, come on. I sent you money to cover your own expenses, not to prepare a feast for when we come over.
Now, don't be silly. It's thanks to you that I have such a comfortable retirement and don't have to worry about money. Of course, I should do something special for you to say thanks. What's up with you lately, Jenny? Oh, nothing exciting. Same old stuff, really? You look like you've lost some weight since I last saw you. I hope you're eating enough. Must be difficult for you two to be working at the same company. I guess it must be easier seeing Freddie become so successful. Yes, absolutely. Okay, let's go eat and then we can have a sit down and a proper catch up. I need to hear all your news. Sarah, we brought some fruit and snacks for you. Please help yourself. I remember when you and Freddie first got married, and you couldn't even peel an orange. Look at you now. This looks beautiful. Where did you learn to do all of this? This is quite the display.
What are you talking about? You can get good at anything with enough practice. Of course she's better now that she's done it more often.
Freddie, darling, there's no need to shout. I was just asking a question. I didn't mean anything by it.
You're right. Sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to yell.
By the way, Jenny, I've been meaning to talk to you about something for a while. Sure thing. What's on your mind? As you know, I had a really tough time raising Freddie on my own. I had to make a lot of sacrifices for him and his success. I managed to put him through college and watched him get a great job. I was thinking about all this the other day. I feel like the two of you got married so suddenly. I was so involved in his life, but I had no idea. Yes, it was quite quick. I know you didn't go to college and only have your high school diploma. Don't you think it was such good luck that you met my son? I'm sure he's taught you a lot. To be honest with you, I expected him to marry up and find a successful, driven woman to spend his life with. But I allowed your wedding since you seem like a kind, sweet sort of girl.
Mom, this is so out of the blue. What's your point?
I know it's annoying and embarrassing for me too, having to say all this. But I don't think it's fair for Jenny to have all the good luck in the world and get to marry you, but I don't get anything in return for giving her my son. What I mean to say is, she can't expect me to live on the money you send me for my bills alone, Freddie. She should help me out too. Did you think I would be fine with just the money Freddie sends me, with nothing left over to do any shopping or meet any friends for a meal? Sarah, I really don't know where this is coming from. You've brought this up so suddenly. All the money I spend on my bills every month comes from Freddie alone. Don't you think you should pay your share? Where's the money from you and your salary? You work too, after all. I wish I had your luck and managed to marry a rich, successful man like Freddie. Surely you saw my house and realized it wasn't good enough. Don't you think I should get to live in a decent house too? I'm getting older now, and I have no idea how much longer I'll have to live in my sad little place by myself. Sarah, I'm really not sure what to say. This is so sudden, I haven't even had a chance to think about it or figure out what I want to say. Man, you really are totally oblivious, huh? Any good daughter-in-law would have spotted this problem immediately and done something about it. I guess I'll just have to sort this out for you then, since you can't make a decision. Get me a new, nicer place close to your house with Freddie. Surely you can manage on your own, that without having to beg my son for money. Excuse me? Sarah, you know I don't have that kind of money. I could never afford that. Well then, why don't you just resign from your job and give me the money you get when you leave? I'm sure you'll get quite a bit since you've been there so long and you're married to my son. Realistically, you weren't going to keep working there forever anyway, right? You're only a high school graduate, so you must be a contracted employee, right? So you can just leave whenever you want to and give me the money. Sarah, you can't just say that.
Okay, Mom, let's just leave it there for now. I'll sort this out. Don't worry.
Don't go giving me any more of your money. I want her to pay for a new place for me.
Okay, don't worry about it. Just wait a bit and leave everything to me.
Babe, what are you talking about? What is there for you to sort out?
Be quiet, Jenny. Come on, let's go home and talk about it later.
Honey, I can't believe you let your mom say all those things to me when you know what our situation is like right now. There is no way we can afford to get her a new place. Why did you promise to sort it out?
I'm confused too. I've got a lot to figure out. My mom still thinks we're both working. She doesn't know I quit a while back. If neither of us work there and you quit too, like she said, she'll realize what's been going on.
And your solution is to buy her a new house? You know we don't have that kind of money just lying around, right? There's no way we could afford it just to cover up your lie.
Then you want her to keep living in her old place by herself?
No, I'm not saying that. I know her place right now is small, but if you could find another in her building that has an extra room, it might be in her budget. That wouldn't be bad.
My mom said it's important to her to live closer to me, though. Your solution wouldn't solve that problem. She's not asking for anything crazy. She just wants to be near her family and in a bigger place.
Babe, she asked me to quit and buy her a house with my severance pay. Don't you think that's a little bit crazy? That's not just asking a normal favor. That's a huge thing to ask for.
I don't think she's wrong, to be fair.
Oh, babe, come on. Don't you think you're taking it a bit far?
I think my mom will hate that I quit my job if she finds out now, when she's saying she needs a bigger place. Or when she finds out you're working at your mom's restaurant instead of a corporate job. She'll be so disappointed. Do you have any idea how quiet she went when I told her what your mom's job was when we got married? She was expecting someone from a much more successful family to match me and my upbringing. She only agreed to let us get married because you promised you didn't want to take over the family business and start running a greasy restaurant.
I don't understand how this has anything to do with your mom wanting a bigger place closer to us.
You have to figure out how to buy it for her.
What did you just say?
She needs to live somewhere nice, regardless of your situation.
Hang on a second. I'm already paying all our bills and sending your mom money every month to pay her own bills, and that ends up being my entire salary. Where do you think I'm going to get all this extra cash from?
Surely you can ask your parents and they would lend you money?
What?
Surely you could get a loan too. There are plenty of ways you could find the money. Just figure it out.
Have you lost your mind? You're acting totally crazy right now.
What do you mean? I'm just being realistic. I saw a problem and I try to think of a few solutions.
No, I mean, why is it my problem to find your mom a new house? She's your mother, not mine.
Do you have another suggestion? I'm just saying this is for our family. She's your mother-in-law, which means she's your family now too. As soon as she finds out you're running your mom's restaurant, it is over for us. Do you understand that?
And you think she would be totally fine with you having been unemployed for 3 years?
Are you threatening me? Besides, do you think I'm not working just because I don't want to? You know how hard I've been trying to find a new job.
I know how much money you've been spending just sitting at home and playing games all day, and I have not said a word about it.
Are you really gonna start a fight over such a small amount of money? It's really not that serious.
A small amount of money? Do you have any idea how much money I've sent you over the last 3 years so you wouldn't have to go back to your old job?
You gave me that money and said to not worry and that I should just rest. I'm resting and trying to find a new job. What am I supposed to do about not getting one yet?
I have never once complained about you being unemployed for the last 3 years because I knew how much you wanted to leave your old job. To be honest, if money was really that tight and you needed cash urgently, you should have gone out and got yourself a part-time job to make ends meet.
A part-time job? Do you think we're on the same level? You think you're on the same level as someone who was a director at a big company with your high school diploma and a job at your mom's cafe?
Is that really what you think of the job I'm doing? While I'm earning money to pay our bills? Yes, I only have a high school diploma, but you know what? I am not ashamed of my education, and I'm not ashamed of my job either. There's no reason for me to be embarrassed.
Fine, but I'm a bit embarrassed by it. I'm sick and tired of you coming home every day smelling of grease and looking all grubby and nasty. Did you know the reason I wear a suit every time I go out is to make it clear that I'm not at rock bottom like you?
You think I look like I'm at rock bottom? That must make you feel ashamed, to be begging for money from someone at rock bottom so you can spend it on takeout and video games.
What? Begging for money? Are you crazy? How dare you speak to me like that?
From now on, you're not getting a single cent from me. You can sort out your own finances.
You're just gonna cut me off so suddenly? Do you want me to get on my knees and beg you for forgiveness?
It's none of my business whether you beg me for money or not. Like I said, you can earn your own money from now on since I'm clearly so beneath you.
Stop talking nonsense and find my mom a new house, or I'll just keep bugging you until it's sorted.
It's you who's crazy, you know. Just be quiet and watch your back.
I'm not going to tell you twice. Sort everything out by yourself. I'm not going to help you. And until things are resolved and my mom has a new house, I don't want to see you.
Please, let's not leave things like this.
I have nothing else to say to you right now, so just get that sorted and let me know when it's done. Let's sleep in separate rooms until then. I don't want to have to see you every night. Surely now she'll be scared enough to apologize, just to get things to go back to normal. She'll come running back saying, it was all her fault, please won't I forgive her? I'll just wait until then. I'm sure it won't be long.
Hey, Mom, could we talk for a second?
Of course, sweetie. I can tell there's been something on your mind for the last few days. Shall we grab a drink and talk about whatever it is once we finish closing up the restaurant?
Sounds good.
You did a great job with the cooking today, by the way. There's a bit left of the soup. You should try some so you can remember the flavor and try to recreate it every time, because this is perfect.
You're such a mom, telling me to eat more and worrying about what's on my mind. Did you know this is the first time you've told me I did a good job with the cooking?
Hush, just eat up.
Oh wow, this really does taste just like when you make it.
I told you so. See? If you can keep the flavor consistent, just do exactly what you did today each time. Do you want some more?
Yes, please. But Mom, do you think you know what I want to talk to you about? Is that why you waited for me to bring it up?
I figured it would be about your husband and your mother-in-law. I assumed you would mention it whenever you felt ready to talk about it.
Man, I really couldn't lie to you if I tried, huh?
Honey, I know about him cheating on you. There's nothing you could say to me at this point that would shock me. Just tell me what's going on.
To be honest, Freddie quit his office job when you said you were going to give me the restaurant. We've been lying about him still working there, telling everyone he's doing really well. He's been unemployed for about 3 years now.
Does your mother-in-law know about it?
Nope. She thinks he's been working at the same company this whole time, just like everyone else.
Is that why you told me you wanted to work here and earn some money? I'm really going to go crazy, so you're telling me he hasn't worked at all for the last 3 years?
Yep, and I've been sending money to his parents to pay their bills.
So for the last 3 years, you've been working away here, getting so sweaty and greasy to earn money for him and his parents, and then a few days ago we caught him cheating on you while you're paying his bills?
No, I knew about him cheating already. A friend had contacted me and said she saw him with another woman. Freddie doesn't know that I know. I don't let him go through my messages, so he has no idea she got in touch.
So that's why you didn't want to call him out when we caught them. That's why you just filmed a video?
I'm not a little girl anymore, Mom. I've grown up and learned about the world and how unfair it can be.
No, I can see that. You're a grown woman now.
There's actually one other thing.
There's something else? What has he done now that's worse than all this?
Well,
I don't know how much more I can take of this. Knowing how my daughter is being treated, it's just too much.
Like I said, my mother-in-law thinks both of us are still working in the office, right? And as far as she knows, the money she's getting for her bills and shopping is coming from Freddie's salary. She thinks he's paying for everything. We went to visit her recently, and she said I should buy her a new house to show I can keep up with my elite husband. She kept talking about how he's so above me and I'm way below his level.
Are they both crazy? That's a completely insane thing to ask for, even if she does think you're still working at your old company.
I knew a marriage wouldn't be sunshine and rainbows all the time, I guess. I just hope that once we get over this bump, things might get better again. If Freddie can find another job, surely things will improve, right? And then we'll be back on track and we can smooth things over.
Even if I was as hopeful as you, I don't think I would be able to put up with everything you have. I'm a glass half empty kind of woman, a realist.
Mom, I'm proud of the work I do. I love my job here. And I'm proud of you too, for having built this restaurant from the ground up. But he doesn't see it that way. He doesn't recognize the value in our work and doesn't want us to live together anymore. He just sees me as a dirty, smelly loser.
This is why I didn't want you to inherit the restaurant. I remember taking the elevator and people were covering their noses so they wouldn't smell the grease on me. I never wanted you to have the same kind of life as me. Always feeling judged.
Oh, Mom, I'm sorry. Please don't cry. I didn't mean to upset you. I don't feel sad about any of this, honestly. I made my decision. You never forced me to come work with you again. And I'm not saying this because I think Freddie and I are going to get a divorce either. I just wanted to tell you what's been on my mind. I know you noticed.
I'm so sorry, Jenny. Everything I've done has just made your life more difficult.
Mom, stop talking like that. Just let me finish my point.
This must be the first time you're raising your voice at me, don't you think? You've always been so quiet and meek, it made me worry people would take advantage of you.
Don't you think I'm being disrespectful? Should I be watching my tone?
No, don't be silly. I know it's not because of something good, but you look so alive. You're getting older and changing. Okay, then. Is there anything I can do to help you?
No, not really. I feel better just having spoken to you about it, honestly. I can sort this out by myself.
Don't you go worrying about the restaurant, then. It's sad, but you have to be so strong to survive in this tough world.
Yeah, I think I've learned that recently.
I trust you to figure things out, sweetie. You're wise enough to handle this on your own now.
Thank you for listening and trusting me, Mom.
Of course, honey. I'll always be here.
Excuse me, are you Jenny? Yes, that's right. I heard you were trying to get in touch with me because you had something to say. Please, have a seat. Thank you. I was trying to contact you in hopes that your life wouldn't end up a total screw-up like mine. I'm sorry, I am not sure what you mean. I'm Freddie's wife. We've been married for several years. That's why I'm bringing this up. What on earth are you talking about? Are you crazy? I know it will be difficult to believe this, and trust me, I understand it seems like a crazy thing to say. I've brought a few of our wedding photos and proof of our relationship to help show you. No, this can't be true. Is this all real? You haven't faked these pictures? Yes, they're real. They're from our wedding 5 years ago. God, this is making my head hurt. I can't believe it. I think it would be best if you stopped wasting your time with a married man and ended things with him. I've never ever dated someone who was in a relationship before. This feels like something from a movie. Wait, why do you want me to break up with Freddie? If I was in your position, I would want a divorce. I could never trust him again. If I was a married man, I would never even think of meeting another woman. I can't believe he would do that. You haven't seen him in about a week, right? How do you know that? Because I haven't given him any money for the last week. I don't suppose you know the name of the company he works at. Has he told you? He's actually been unemployed for the last 3 years. The money he's spending on your dates is money I gave him. I've been paying for everything since he quit his job. Do you honestly think I would believe that? That I would just trust your words? I only just met you. Why should I take your word for it? You could be making all this up. What if I call him out and it turns out you were lying? Here, let me show you some messages. Hopefully this convinces you that I'm telling you the truth. Do you see all these messages from him asking me for money? Ah, here's some from when he was job hunting. He says he's been trying to find another job for the last 3 years. My God! I just don't believe this. What have I done?
I mean, there was no way you could have guessed this. He's been lying to you this whole time.
Why are you sympathizing with me now? You should just call him out and get a divorce. Leave him in the dirt. I can't believe he's a cheater. And I'm just his side piece? I never thought this would happen to me. Anyway, he's clearly having an affair. I trust what you're saying now.
I'm not here to scare you or make you feel bad. I just have a favor to ask.
Why do you need a favor from me? Just kick him out and be free.
It's nothing huge. If you could send him a message asking to break up in a couple of weeks, say Sunday at 8 p.m., that would be great.
Why should I do that? Surely he should hear about this from you.
Because on that day, I'm going to break off our marriage, so he'll be busy with me until the evening and wouldn't be able to check his messages.
I thought you seemed pretty meek and quiet, but you're a formidable woman. Well, I don't want to date a man who's got no job and no money, so I guess I'll do it.
Thank you. Make sure you send it at the right time so he realizes what he's done.
So you're just going to leave him? You're not going to yell at him about what he's done?
I'm going to pretend I didn't know he cheated. To be honest, I came here to try and save you from him. If we both break up with him on the same day, he'll really lose his mind. That's why I'm asking for your help.
Okay, that sounds good. I don't want some huge messy breakup, so I'm just going to say it's over.
Sure thing. I'll take care of everything else. All you have to do is send the text. And don't tell him why you're ending things. I don't want him to know we've figured him out.
Okay, and... I want to say I'm sorry.
There's no need for you to apologize. I just hope that in the future you meet someone who can give you their all and matches your commitment. Someone who doesn't need rescuing.
I'll be sure to contact him in 2 weeks at 8 p.m.
Thank you. I doubt we'll have any reason to see each other again, which is probably for the best.
Agreed. Let's assume this is the first and last time we meet.
It's been longer than I expected since I last saw you. I didn't think it would take you this long to make a decision. How have you worked things out? What's the plan?
Mom, it's gonna take a bit of time. Please be patient and give us a minute to get everything sorted.
I don't see why it's taking so long. You have the severance pay from your jobs now. Why can't you just use that? Sarah, I quit my job at that company 3 years ago. I haven't worked there since. I've been helping my mom in her restaurant, and now she's let me take over as the business owner. What? You can't be serious. Before you got married to Freddie, you said you never wanted to take over the family business. Do you think someone working a gross, smelly job like that should be with my son? Think of how it looks. I've been working really hard for the last 3 years, Sarah. There is no shame in that. Since I took over from my mom, business has been booming. We have people waiting in line outside almost every day before we open. We're literally raking in the money. It's been amazing. Well, okay, I guess you have to earn money somehow, even if it is working in a restaurant. Well, now that you're so successful, you'll be able to spend more money on me and make me rich too. No, I won't. There won't be any need for me to help you in the future.
What are you saying?
Sarah, your super successful son has been unemployed for the last 3 years. I never told you. I've been paying his bills the whole time, working myself to the bone with my mother. All the money he told you he had been sending was from my salary too. He hasn't paid for a single thing.
Hey, stop that!
Oh my goodness. You can't be serious. Freddie, is she telling the truth? He's also been cheating on me, which is another thing I wanted to mention. Do you want to see the proof? I have a video of them together. Oh, my, who is this woman? I can't believe this. What is going on? Freddie, I want to hear it from you. Look me in the eye and tell me she's been lying about all this.
Mom, please, just calm down first. I can explain everything.
I haven't finished speaking yet, actually.
Oh, you shut up.
How can there possibly be more? Fine, just tell me what else there is.
Your son and I also filed some official documents 3 years ago. You know what notarization is, right? It means every word in the document is legally recognized. Do you want me to show you what it says?
Something we signed 3 years ago surely can't be relevant now. Why even bring this up? Are you saying I wrote everything in the document? I can't even remember what it's about. This is crazy.
Well, at first it was just a record of me giving you $30,000. I was worried about hurting your pride by just giving you the money outright. That's why I had it recorded. I thought you would feel more comfortable. I also didn't know at the time, but it turns out that the document says more than just Jenny gave Freddie some money. With an interest rate of 20% per annum on $30,000, that must mean there's more than that to be repaid. That's only if we calculate it with that interest, though. Actually, the document says the money has to be paid back immediately if we were to get a divorce. So as long as we stay married, it's no problem.
How can you say all of this in front of my mother?
The money you owe me is more like $75,000 now. Are you worried about paying that back?
You really are such a cruel, mean person. I can't believe I married you.
For 3 years, I've worked hard every day to bring home the money we need while you sat at home, and now you speak to me like that? Plus, if we add up how much I've earned over these 3 years, I'm sure it's more than you owe me according to that document. Would you rather pay me that?
You never once mentioned this whole time. You always said take time to have a break and rest.
I can see why you didn't bother trying to find a new job. Why would you, when you're basically getting paid to do nothing by me? Honestly, the restaurant is doing really well lately. Since I've inherited it from my mom, we've attracted a lot of new younger customers and gone viral on social media. There's a line outside the store every day. Sweetie, don't think of this as just a financial problem. Think of the years we've spent together, the memories we've made. Surely those are more valuable. The business is successful. What more do you want? I am tired of putting up with the way I've been treated. For 3 years, I've been told I smell bad, look bad, that my job is worthless, and I should be ashamed. I know how much it would hurt my mom if she heard these things and knew I'm treated so badly. I felt like I would be letting her down if I got a divorce. But now, I'm successful enough on my own, thanks to the restaurant you've always been so judgmental of. We have money to spare. Then why on earth did you bring this document with you if you don't want money? Can't you just get a divorce and move on? I never thought you and Freddie were a good fit, even from the start. Just get rid of this stupid document, get a divorce, and get on with your life. Do you want to know what Freddie said to me? He told me I should borrow money from my mom to buy you a new house. He wanted me to list the restaurant as collateral. Are you out of your mind?
If you don't stay quiet.
We are both contributors on the house we moved into after the wedding, so you can just sign it over to me and pay off what you owe. Don't contact me about anything other than that from now on.
Do you think these documents are still valid? There's no way you'll win this.
That's just a copy for a start. The real document is with my lawyer.
I'll sue you. You can't threaten me with legal action like this.
I wonder if you'll still be talking like this in a month.
Oh, shut up. Just get out of this house.
No need to yell. I'm about to leave anyway.
God, I can't believe I married that woman.
I kept asking you why you were marrying into a restaurant owning family. I tried to stop you.
If I had known what would happen, of course I wouldn't have married her.
I'll get my stuff out of the house tomorrow. After that, I'll see you in court. Are you sure this is the right restaurant, Freddie?
Yes, I remember it being here, but why are there so many people here? It never used to be this busy.
Never mind that now. Let's just get inside and find Jenny.
You're right. She should be somewhere inside. Excuse me, what are you doing? I'm sorry?
Do you not see the queue? Get to the back of the line.
We're not here to eat. We're here to speak to the owner on some personal business.
Even so, you should wait your turn. How would we know you're telling the truth? Just join the queue. Don't you see how many other people want to get in too?
No, it's like he said, we're not here to eat.
There are a lot of people wanting to try this place after seeing it on the television. Just join the queue. There's no reason you should get to skip the line.
Goodness, what is going on? We can't even get in to talk to her.
Apologies, everyone. Mom, let's just join the queue and wait our turn. I already expected it to be difficult to get a table here knowing how popular it was. I didn't realize it was attracting a bunch of weirdos too. What did you just say? Man, no need to get aggressive. Is this your first time waiting in line? Not very patient, are you? How many times do I have to tell you we're not here to eat the food?
Sir, if you keep causing a scene, I will call the cops. Now calm down. Just be quiet and wait your turn.
Man.
Next customer, please. Oh, my.
Louise, it's me, Freddie. I came because there's something I wanted to say to you.
You know, I haven't come by the restaurant in a while, and then when I do, you're here. I can't believe my luck.
Please listen, Louise. It's difficult for my son to be here talking to you today, but divorce is even harder. Let's have an open and honest conversation about adults. How about that? It's not too late, you know.
I already know everything you did. Why on earth would I listen to whatever you've got to say?
Louise, please, could you call Jenny? I can talk to her instead.
Don't call me Louise. It's Mrs. Smith to you. Jenny told me all the awful things you did, and I know how you treated her. Why do you think I would listen to someone like you who treated my precious daughter so badly? And now you come to my restaurant and try to boss me around? I don't think so.
Louise, come on now. There are times in life when each partner takes a turn being the breadwinner. Sometimes it's the husband, sometimes it's the wife. Freddie got his life sorted out now. He's working again, and he wants another chance. Let's just live happily ever after,
Don't think you're sneaky. I know he doesn't have to pay Jenny back if they stay married. He's told me about how much he owes her, with interest rates being what they are. Are you scared of the consequences of your own actions?
Well, look what the cat dragged in. Some high-flying man in the big city now, huh?
Jenny, go back to the kitchen. I'll deal with them, don't worry.
No, it's okay. I still have things I want to say to him anyway. Do you see how much success I've made from the business you laughed at? I don't even need the money you owe me. I've made enough of my own.
Why don't you just get a divorce then? You know we're not wealthy. Surely you don't expect to be paid back anyway?
I don't know, to be honest. I guess since we went to the effort of getting that document notarized, I feel like I should follow through with legal action. If you do want to argue your case, do it in court next time. It's not good for my customers to see you embarrassing yourselves like this. Although I doubt anyone is actually listening to you.
Why do you insist on punishing us like this?
Do you really not understand why I would want some revenge? For years, you were rude and scathing about my mother's business and my work. You repeatedly told me I smelled bad and looked dirty when I came home from a hard day's work earning money to pay your bills. And now it's paying off and I'm the successful one. You couldn't just stand seeing me succeed, could you?
Are you really going to keep going like this? Let's just settle and get a divorce.
Oh, please, we're eating. Can't you be quiet?
I've been listening to what's been said, and hearing how you talked about this wonderful restaurant makes me feel so bad, too. If you're gonna be so judgmental, don't come dragging on someone's tail when they start to do well.
I agree. The manager has been polite and patient with you. Just leave. Ma'am, do you need me to call the police if they keep refusing to leave?
No need, but thank you. I think they've realized now that they'll get no sympathy from me.
Just get out, both of you. There's no reason to see each other anywhere besides the courtroom from now on. Excuse me, everyone. I'm aware this has been an uncomfortable and awkward atmosphere, and I would just like to wholeheartedly apologize.
No, please don't worry. It's clear that you haven't done anything wrong. We're very happy sitting here and eating this delicious food.
I know I started to shout a bit, since I was upset too. I'm sorry.
Let's get out of here, Freddy. She clearly won't listen to us.
Why do I have to pay back the money though? That is so unfair.
Well, I don't know what you want me to do about it. I raised you well when you were a child. Your problems are your own now. Sort it out yourself.
Hey, Mom! God, is there not even one person out there who will help me? How can you all be so heartless?
Next customer, please. Actually, Freddy, I do have some words of advice that might help in the situation. After this, never try to talk to me ever again. I'm done with you.
Sure, Jenny, just please tell me what to do.
Go out and get a job. Just go and earn your own money. Okay, that's all I wanted to say to you. Hope to never see you again. When I first got married, I thought life would always be sunshine and rainbows. But then my husband quit his job, became unemployed, got addicted to gaming, and even had an affair. Even then, I was hesitant to file for a divorce, but my mother-in-law's words convinced me. It was when she told me to buy her a house and not use any of my husband's money. I remember signing the notarized document when we married and thought nothing of it. But it's thanks to that piece of paper that I was able to get back all the money I had spent on my ex-husband over the years. My business was so successful, I didn't even need the money by then. But I remember how my mother-in-law and ex-husband had treated me with disrespect and contempt, and I think it's still money I earned. My mom and I are closer than ever, too. She finally signed over the restaurant to me and was able to retire and live a peaceful life of rest. She still visits the restaurant often, though, to see how things are going. I am so proud of myself for getting a divorce, freeing myself from a toxic marriage, and building a successful business. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.
Hey, make sure to buy some chocolate cake for me for dessert tonight. Got it?
But I just finished at the store. I'm already driving home right now.
Well, then I guess that settles it, doesn't it? You and I are getting divorced.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
I'm out of the house right now, so make sure that you send out the divorce papers for me while I'm gone.
Wait, what are you talking about? You can't just bring up divorce like this all of a sudden. What is all this about?
Well, it's all your fault. Maybe you should have learned to be a better cook and actually take care of me.
What are you even saying? I just can't understand.
And not only is your cooking nasty, but you've been serving me less and less. I have had it with you. I don't have any more patience for this kind of nonsense.
But I was doing it all for you. I didn't mean to upset you with my cooking.
If you were really doing it for me, then you would have at least let me eat as much as I want. Are you forgetting which of us here actually has a job and works?
Please don't talk to me like this. It isn't fair.
Well, then you should have bought me that cake as soon as I asked for it. I literally tried to give you a chance, and you just whined about how it makes your drive home longer.
Well, what if I turn around now and go buy your cake? Will that fix all of this?
It is way too late for any of that now. It's not just about the food. I have so many other different problems with you, you know? I just can't stand living with you any longer. I am sick of you.
But I don't get it. Where is all this coming from? What did I do?
You're a housewife, and yet you are constantly slacking off on everything. You're useless.
I'm sorry. I really didn't think that I was letting the house get that bad. I thought I've been working really hard.
Well, how many times have I had to ask you to make sure that there is always booze and some snacks in the house for me? And yet there is never enough. You are too lazy to buy enough for me.
I'm so sorry. You know that everything I do it so that I can be with you, right?
I don't want to hear any of your excuses. I am sick of it. You do know that I'm your husband, don't you?
Of course I do. How could you even ask that? You're the most important thing in my entire life.
Well, it sure doesn't seem that way to me most days. You ought to be worshiping the ground that I walk on. I want you to make sure that the house is full of snacks that I like from now on. I want only my favorite food for every meal. If you can't at least do that, then you really are just useless.
Please, don't you think all that is just a bit too much?
How can you say that to me when I'm the one coming home tired from work every day? All I ask is that you keep the house clean, do all of the shopping, and cook for me. Is it really so much?
But I do all of that. I've never once asked you to help me with the housework.
And I'm supposed to be grateful for you doing the bare minimum? Besides, you have definitely asked me to clear the table.
I'm sorry. I really didn't think that was such a big ask, and I only asked you because you had your stuff all over it.
You see, you're making more excuses again. You always try and make me do all of the chores around the house. Well, since I'm already doing everything by myself, what is the point of having you around?
Please don't act like this.
Listen, you are my wife. The only job you have is to do whatever I ask of you. Do you understand? Get that through your thick skull already.
Can't we just meet in person and talk about this? I really don't want to get things mixed up over text, and I think it would be better that way.
There is no need to talk about this. I've already decided that you and I are getting divorced, and that is that.
But I have something that I really need you to hear, and I think it's best that we talk about it in person. I really think it would help.
Man, you're persistent. Just do as I say and get the divorce papers already. I don't want to hear another word out of you until you do.
Trent, please, just listen to me for once. My name is Kelly, and I am 33-year-old housewife. I have been married to my husband, Trent, for 8 years. I always thought that I was doing all that I could to be there for him, so when he asked me for a divorce, I was quite shocked. After that, he started ignoring my messages and refused to talk to me in person about anything. I really wasn't sure what to do. Was he being serious about the divorce? I worried about it for a whole week. That was when I got a message that I never expected.
Hi there, I just wanted to let you know that your husband is mine now, so hurry up and send off those divorce papers, okay?
Excuse me, but who is this, and what are you talking about?
Are you stupid or something? Just think about it for a moment, and I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. I'm Trent's girlfriend. Of course, name is Vicky.
His girlfriend?
That's right. I wish I could be his wife, but that can't happen until you two are finally divorced.
So then, you and Trent have been having an affair behind my back? Is that what you're saying?
Don't use words like affair. Trent and I are just soulmates that have finally found each other. We just didn't get to each other in time to marry, it seems.
I see. So then how long have you and Trent been together?
We've been dating since a year ago. In fact, we're even living together now. And in that time, he's told me all about you.
Has he now? And what has he told you?
He told me all about how even though you spend all day at home, you never do any of the housework. So unlike you, I plan on treating him with the respect he deserves. I won't cook him nasty food like you always do.
I do all of the housework, though.
That's not what Trent told me. Anyway, I'll make sure to cook him the best meals around and as much as he wants. I'm going to be that exact opposite of you. That is, a good wife.
And just what have you been feeding Trent while you two have been together?
I've been making him whatever he wants. Something you don't seem to be capable of. Homemade fried chicken by the bucketful. And for dessert, I always make sure to have some chocolate cake or cupcakes ready for him.
And you think those are things that I'm just incapable of cooking?
Well, it's the truth, isn't it? I know that you're a terrible cook. That's why he chose me. And that's why he's so thankful every time I cook for him. So that is why I need you to sign those divorce papers.
Hold on for just a second. You can't just expect me to do what you say.
I have been waiting so long to marry this man, and you are the only thing standing in our way. We want to go and get married today, so just get out of our way.
You two want to get married today?
That's right. This is the day that the two of you started dating. So Trent thought it would be the perfect day to get married. It has to be today.
Is that the only reason you want to do it today?
That's right. We need to make sure that you know this is all your fault.
This is all really sudden and really ridiculous. Either way, I just won't be able to get all the paperwork done today.
You can't cook for your husband. You can't sign paperwork. You can't do anything, apparently. You're a useless woman who can't even take care of your husband. That's why you need to divorce him right away. Why do you want to make Trent suffer even more?
I don't want to make Trent suffer at all. That isn't fair.
Well, if that's the case, then divorce him now. Pay him his alimony and be done with it.
Oh, wait. You think I'm going to have to pay him alimony? How do you see that working?
Do you really not know anything about how this works? You weren't able to satisfy your husband, so this is all your fault, and you'll have to pay.
I don't really think that a reason like that would hold up in court.
And that is why you're a useless wife. And everyone knows that the person at fault is the one that has to pay. It's just how these things go.
That's not how these things go at all. Plus, even if it was, Trent was the one who cheated on me. Wouldn't he have to pay me instead?
I told you it wasn't an affair. He did it out of true love, so make sure that you pay him child support as well.
Child support? What are you talking about? We don't have a kid.
I know you don't. I'm talking about Trent's kid that I am holding inside of me right now. We'll need even more money from you now.
Wait, Trent got you pregnant? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. Are you really that surprised? I am pregnant with Trent's child and there's nothing you can do about it.
I was a fool for ever trusting that man. I can see that now.
Well, now that you realize that, the best move for you is to divorce him. That's really all that matters. And pay the child support.
And just why should I have to pay child support for a kid that isn't even mine?
Wow, Trent was right. You are really good at trying to get out of your responsibilities. Here you go, doing it again. Or maybe you're just jealous because you could never have a kid.
That's not it at all. Please don't be ridiculous.
I mean, I know that you can't have kids, but if you think that that is going to get you out of paying child support, you have another thing coming.
You're acting like a child yourself right now. You realize that, right?
Name-calling will get you nowhere, you barren old hag. We'll even let you raise the kid if you want.
What are you talking about now?
I mean, it isn't like you have much else going on in your life, right? You can't do anything else, right? The least you can do is try to take care of our kid. We'll even hire you as our live-in maid, but we won't pay you.
Do you even realize what you're saying right now?
Of course I do. I'm making you take responsibility for all the things that you've done to Trent over the years. I'm setting up our happy future together.
Do you not even want the kid you have right now? You don't even want to raise it yourself?
I'm sure the kid will be cute and stuff, but I don't want to go through the hassle of having to raise it. That would just be a giant pain for me.
How can you say that? Why bother having a kid if you don't want to play any part in its life?
Well, that is why I'm suggesting that you raise it for us. I've already thought of that.
Well, then the answer from me is no. I don't care how cute the child is. I am not going to be part of this sick little game that you've set up.
So then you're just going to abandon this child? Don't you have any pity in your heart? All right then. I guess we'll just have to settle with taking all your money from you instead.
You are the one trying to abandon your child. And I am not going to be paying you a single cent, so you can forget about that too.
Don't get so uppity with me. You have no right to turn us down. Just who do you think you are?
I am not getting uppity, and I certainly have no duty or obligation to pay either of you anything.
Are you sure you want to go down this path? You realize that we'll have no other choice but to bring in a lawyer then.
You really think a lawyer would take a case like this?
Of course they will. We'll hire the most elite lawyer in town and force you to pay us. We're going to leave you a penniless maid that no one would ever hire. You'll be completely destroyed once we're done with you.
And you really think that you're going to win if you go through with this?
Well, no duh. You're not giving us any other choice but to make you pay. If you had just agreed to hand over the money, then things might have been different.
All right, fine then. Let's get this divorce moving then.
Oh, good. I'm so happy that you finally started to see reason. I was ready to tear you apart, but I guess I can let you go now.
Whatever, but you do know that Trent is a late-state diabetic, right? I'm sure that you will do all you can to help him with his condition.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
I mean that I was working so hard to try and help him manage his disease, but I am relieved to see that he'll be with someone who cares about him so deeply. I'm sure you'll do the best you can.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean he has diabetes?
Oh, did Trent not mention that to you? He's had the condition all his life, but in the past few years, it's gotten much, much worse.
Gotten worse? How so? What are you talking about?
Well, not only does his body have trouble managing its insulin, but he recently has been developing some kidney problems too. I mean, you've seen how much the man drinks, right?
Of course I have. Just last night he drank about 10 beers, and he always drinks a lot whenever we go out to eat.
Yeah, that sounds just like Trent. Last I heard, his various conditions were starting to affect his other organs as well. Places like his lungs and heart. I really don't know how much longer he has.
No, that's a lie. He always seems so healthy to me. You're lying to me.
I have no reason to lie, though. I was always trying to help him watch what he was eating, but he never took the doctor's order seriously. The doctors gave some really serious warnings that his body was reaching its limits.
His body is reaching its limits? So that's why you were managing the food you were giving him so strictly?
Of course. I was worried about his health and was only doing what the doctor recommended that I do to help save Trent's life.
But he didn't tell me anything about this.
That also sounds like Trent. He never took his condition or the medical advice seriously. I've gotten used to it, though, and try to help him through it anyways.
You're really starting to annoy me with the goody two-shoes act, you know that? You think you can care about him more than I do?
That's not what I'm trying to say. But I used to be a nurse before marrying Trent and used to see many patients just like him, so I'm just used to it, I guess.
Wait, you used to be a nurse?
That's right. That's why I didn't really mind putting in the effort to help him, but Trent is not the easiest patient or person to deal with.
Wait, no, hold on. If this is all true, then I don't want to marry him after all.
Oh, no, really? But what happened? I thought that you two were soulmates.
No, I have to break up with him. Otherwise, I'll be the one having to take care of him all this time, right? Change of plans. Don't bother sending out the divorce papers.
Oh, you should have said that to me earlier. I already submitted them.
Wait, you did what? What is the matter with you? Whatever, it's fine. At least we can both be free from this guy and just live our lives.
But aren't you guys getting married today?
No way is that happening.
But I heard you already signed the marriage certificate. Is that wrong?
No, that's right. And I told him that I was ready for him to submit the papers at any time. But why do you know that?
I bumped into Trent at the courthouse there. He had signed marriage papers in his hand. He was laughing about how he was going to go from divorced to remarried all in the space of a single day.
You're kidding me, right?
I'm afraid not. I guess I should tell you congratulations on your marriage, huh?
No, I don't believe this. This can't be happening.
Most people are a little happier on their wedding day.
This is nothing to be happy about. I can't be married to a guy like this. I'll have to divorce him as soon as I can.
That seems a little hasty, don't you think? Well, you can do whatever you want, but I'm going to make sure that you two pay me what I'm owed. You can count on that.
What? You can't be serious, right?
Of course I am. You two were cheating on me behind my back, after all.
Well, then you should be happy to be rid of him, right? You should be thanking me for taking him off your hands.
Oh, trust me, I am thankful. Very much so. But that is a whole different matter, legally. Anyways, I'm going to go and find a lawyer now.
Wait, Please don't do this. I'm so sorry for everything that I did. Just please forgive me. I'm afraid that was far too late for this. Anyways, you will be hearing from me and my lawyer soon, so I will talk to you then. Please don't do this. I'm so sorry. You have to help me. I can't do this all on my own. I ignored all of Vicky's texts to me after that, and I hired a trusty lawyer who got me everything I was owed in the divorce. Trent cried and screamed the whole time, but in the end, he paid up. I blocked the two of them on everything after that. Not long after that, Trent's parents came to apologize to me, and they told me that they had disinherited him. All of our mutual friends cut Trent off. In fact, I even heard Trent's old friends and their family members decided to cut him off as well. It wasn't long after that Vicky tried to divorce Trent, but he, of course, refused to sign any papers. His condition only worsened, and soon he wasn't even able to work. Vicky had to begin to pay for everything for the two of them. They fought often, and rumors spread all over their neighborhood. I ended up returning to my nursing job not long after the divorce. It feels like I've regained control of my life, and I couldn't be happier with my situation. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.